General Thompson, thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about the launch?
Hi, Amanda. It's a really, really important launch today. Not only is it the final launch of an advanced extremely high frequency satellite, AEHF-6, it is also the very first launch for the United States Space Force. As you know, national security space launch is a team sport. And so the professionals here at the Space and Missile Systems Center who have accumulated a successful launch record of 78 for 78 over the last several years have been able to work the requirements very hard, but we do this in strong partnership with our operational launch squadrons, in this case today the 45th Space Wing and their team at Patrick Air Force Base and Cape Canaveral, but also on West Coast launches with the 30th Space Wing up at Vandenberg Air Force Base.
We're always really excited about launch, but given the current COVID-19 situation, why is it important that we launch right now?
Thanks, Amanda. That's a great question given the current world situation. There are critical things or mission essential things that the U.S. Department of Defense does every day, regardless of what the current global situation is. So, even in the face of a global pandemic like the current COVID-19 crisis, we must continue to perform mission essential tasks. One of those mission essential tasks, one of those things that we have to do for the warfighter and for the United States of America, is launch AEHF-6. It is designated mission essential, and it's because the AEHF constellation supports the President of the United States, other national leaders, and the joint forces with critical strategic communications around the planet. And this particular launch extends that capability out into the time frame beyond 2030. Obviously, the health and safety of our workforce is really, really critical part of that. And so while we were conducting this mission essential or critical task of this AEHF-6 launch, we've taken every precaution to ensure our workforce is safe.
What are some of the partners that utilize and help to operate this constellation?
Just like I said earlier with regard to launch being a team sport, partnerships are really, really effective in this endeavor. In fact, one of the tenets that we prioritize under our recent re-architecture called Space and Missile Systems Center 2.0 is partnership, and the AEHF-6 launch really exemplifies that concept. Obviously, the completed constellation possesses the capacity to serve all of our joint partners with the strategic terminals that they possess to be able to do protected SATCOM. So the Army, the Navy, our brothers and sisters in the Air Force, as well as a number of our international partners and allies around the planet, certainly Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and the Netherlands are all part of the program and very critical to the success of the program. Obviously, our industrial base has huge partnerships associated with this effort. United Launch Alliance from the rocket standpoint, and from the satellite standpoint, Lockheed Martin is the prime, although Northrop Grumman provides the payload to Lockheed Martin for this important satellite that is AEHF-6.
Well, thank you for answering our questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Amanda, only that I offer my hearty congratulations to this entire team that made this particular launch happen. We've talked about a lot of them through some of your previous questions, but between our industrial base, United Launch Alliance, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and many, many other suppliers, the partnerships that exist across the Space and Missile Systems Center between the Satellite Vehicle Program Office and the Launch Vehicle Program Office, and then across the partnerships at the 45th Space Wing and the United States Space Force. We just couldn't do it alone, and the teamwork that these folks have exemplified throughout this launch campaign has truly been remarkable. Frankly, it would be remarkable in a normal world, in a normal set of launch challenges. The fact that they have accomplished this launch and all of the work associated with it during a global pandemic that has shut down huge portions of the United States economy and many cities and states across the nation, I think really demonstrates that when things are at their worst, your Department of Defense and your United States Space Force are at their best.
Thank you so much for joining us today.